INEC rejects petition for recall of Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan. Minister of Budget and Economic Planning assures Nigerians that National Development Plan 2026-2030 will provide stable foundation for Nigeria's long-term development. Central Bank of Nigeria debunks fake circular on introduction of 5,000 naira and 10,000 naira notes. Hello and thanks for joining us on the News Desk at 3 on Internet 24. I am Mina Daniels. INEC has concluded the verification of signatures on the petition to recall Senator Natasha representing Kogi Central Senatorial District. The Commission notes that total number of registered votes in the Senatorial District is 474,554 across the 902 polling units in 57 registration areas and 5 local government areas that make up the senatorial district. The Commission ascertained 208,132 signatures and thumbprints from the submission made by the petitioners. This translates to 43.86% of the registered voters, which falls short of the constitutional requirement by 29,146 signatories. This shows the petition has not met the requirement of Section 69, subsection A of the Constitution. Therefore, no further action shall be taken on the recall of the senator. Vice President Kashim Shettima has departed Abuja for Dakar, Senegal, to represent President Bola Tinubu at the country's 65th Independence Day anniversary celebrations. The Vice President's attendance at the annual event is in honor of an invitation extended to President Tinubu by the Senegalese President Bassirou Diomaye Faye following the strong mutual relationship between Nigeria and Senegal. The Independence Day celebrations will be held at the Palace de la Nation in Dakar, with President Faye hosting Vice President Kashim Shettima and other distinguished guests from across Africa and beyond. The Vice President is expected to return to Nigeria after the one-day event. And Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Budget and Economic Planning, Dr. Vitalis Emekobi, has assured Nigerians that the renewed Help Agenda National Development Plan 2026-2030 will be fully integrated into the country's legal, political and economic framework. This aims to ensure continuity of the plan's objectives and projects beyond the current administration, providing a stable foundation for Nigeria's long-term development. This was discussed on NTA's Good Morning Nigeria. Ekemini Williams reports.
Nigeria's National Development Plan 2026 to 2030 is a successor plan to the current development plan. The federal government has set up technical working groups to develop key areas of the plan, reviewing existing policies and programs, conducting SWOT analysis, and aligning their findings with current realities. Building on the successes and lessons learned from the previous economic recovery and growth plans, officials from the Federal Ministry of Budget and Economic Planning said the new plan will focus on 7 thematic areas and believe this will significantly boost the nation's development and budgeting efforts.
We'll be spending as already budgeted for, not out of our budgetary cycle. In all, as a nation, the development plan is already a roadmap that we should all embrace, own, domesticate, legislate, and discipline ourselves to stick to it so that we get to where we ought to get to.
It is that kind of gathering of all the tiers of government and the public and private sector, civil society organization that brings about, you see, when government is doing a plan, because the plan has to be for the people, so it is not the one pronounced by the government. we have what we call bottom-top approach.
The focus is on agriculture and food security, energy, education, health, digitalization, and social protection.
To ensure the successful implementation of Nigeria's National Development Plan, experts are emphasizing the need for ongoing awareness and education of Nigerians on their roles and responsibilities. This includes encouraging citizens to contribute to the plan's success and promoting a sense of ownership. Furthermore, state governments are being urged to align their development plans with the national document.
We will keep everybody abreast of what the plan is. So the plan is not just a document that should rest on the shelf in a volume. No, the plan should be constantly disseminated to all citizens. In fact, I would dare say, a child in primary school, secondary, university, they should know the plan.
And we expect state governments in doing their own state plans to take a cue from the national plan.
All of us have to put our mind on it that there should be mutual accountability, effective use of resources.
The guests are extremely optimistic that the National Development Plan 2026 to 2030 will have a profoundly positive impact on the Nigerian economy. In Abuja, Ekemini Williams, NTA News.
Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has apologized to Lagosians over the severe traffic congestion on Island Axis yesterday, occasioned by construction repair on Independence Bridge at Bonny Camp Axis. The governor, however, explained why the repair work must be completed, noting that the project had been delayed for 3 years.
The bridge today is one of the oldest bridges in the country, and if we put it to date, I'm sure you go and check it, it's maybe almost 80, 90 years old, Independence Bridge, which connects, Victoria Island from the Bonny Camp into the marina side of Lagos Island. And it's been the oldest even in this entire corridor. But what has happened is this approach end from Victoria Island going into Marina has been under severe threat. So what builders had done over the past couple of years first was to stabilize, beneath, which we can't see. They've done a whole lot of sheet piling underneath the bridge to protect and to hold the integrity, this wall. But the real job is that there's like a 15 to 20 meters, span on the bridge, which is sitting on nothing. Over the years, erosion has gone underneath and it's sitting on nothing. So that is indeed an engineering disaster that is just waiting to happen. One day, God forbid, if the part of the bridge collapses, it will take you right into the water. So they've been on this conversation on what is the best time for us to move in and solve this problem once and for all. Independent.
That concludes the News Desk at 3 on NTA News 24. Thank you for your company. I am Mina Daniels.